Hey guys, let's talk about books. Another month, another haul video, but I'll tell you what, this one's a little different from normal. It's the tiniest haul I think I've ever done, definitely in the history of my recording the books that I've bought. It's only 2 books, which it's not much. And for the longest time, I thought it was only going to be 1. And that's because I got COVID. An interesting thing that has come out of not only recording the books that I buy, but filming these videos is that I can see a definite correlation between what's happening in my life and my spending habits, not just book buying, but spending overall. And I kind of was already aware of it, but choosing to make these videos has really brought it into stark contrast that when I'm not well, physically or mentally, I don't want to spend money, which is absolutely fascinating to me. So, like I said, I got COVID, and so I was not in the mood for reading, I was not in the mood for shopping, and so I was not in the mood for acquiring more books for my collection. But I had been looking for a very long time for this particular cover of The Virgin Suicides, and then it came up at my impulse spending limit, well, just under my impulse spending limit amount. And so I did get it. And as you can see, I am halfway through. This, I was after it because I read We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson earlier this year, and it gave me real Virgin Suicides vibes. I've seen the movie so many times, I own it on DVD, but that might also tell you I haven't watched it for nearly 20 years. So it's high time to read the book, and then Luke read the book, and you know I'm highly influenceable, as I think we all are in this book video space. So here we are. I wanted this edition in particular because I like the cover. As I said, the new reprints aren't pretty. So anyway, if you've seen the movie, you probably know what happens, I guess. I guess I know the broad strokes of what happens. But it's interesting reading the book anyway. Let's do the blurb. Blah, blah, blah. Originally published in 1993, this is the 25th anniversary edition. The Virgin Suicides is considered a modern classic and signalled the arrival of a major voice in American fiction, now reissued with a new introduction by best-selling novelist Emma Cline. I have not read the introduction yet. I don't always get value out of them, and there's no point reading them until you've read the book if you don't want spoilers. Anyway, the actual blurb. In a quiet suburb of Detroit, the 5 Lisbon sisters, beautiful, eccentric, and obsessively watched by the neighbourhood boys, commit suicide one by one over the course of a single year. As the boys observe them from afar, transfixed, they piece together the mystery of the family's fatal melancholy in this hypnotic and unforgettable novel of adolescent love, disquiet, and death. Jeffrey Eugenides evokes... Oh, that's right, it's by Jeffrey Eugenides. Jeffrey Eugenides evokes the emotions of youth with a haunting sensitivity and dark humour and creates a coming-of-age story unlike any of our time. You'll see a review of that soon. So far, I'm enjoying it. And I thought that was going to be it for my haul, but then an indie bookstore opened in the big town near me, which I say near, it's about an hour away. And I really wanted to support them in their endeavours. They are an indie bookstore, so I can support them through my Libro FM membership as well. But, you know, you got to buy a book in a bookstore, especially an indie bookstore. So the one I picked up was Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. You can see Booktique is the name of the store. They are online, and so I've got their bookmark. Kings of the Wild was published in... Where's the copyright page? 2017. It is part of a trilogy. I know at least the second book in the trilogy is out. I'll read you the blurb. Glory never gets old. Clay Cooper and his band were once the best of the best, the most feared and renowned crew of mercenaries this side of the Heartwild. The glory days long past, the mercs have grown apart and grown old, fat, drunk, or a combination of the 3. Then an ex-bandmate turns up at Clay's door with a plea for help, the kind of mission that only the very brave or the very stupid would sign up for. It's time to get the band back together. It literally does say that. It also says on the front, the boys are back in town. So I'm hoping you're picking up the vibes of the book. It is a mercenary band who were famous, wealthy, getting all the money in their heyday. Now they've settled down and started families. And, you know, the pivotal moment comes where they have to get back together. But they're all middle-aged men out for one last hurrah. This is something that my Sword and Laser book club picked earlier in the year, and I started listening to it, and then I wasn't vibing with the narrator, so I let it go. But it wasn't overall bad, so when I saw it in the bookstore, I picked it up. I will read it. I think my husband might like this one, so please put in the comments some bullying to Ash that he should at least give it a go. Get out of his lit RPG rut and read something that I would also read. So as you can see, I put the bookmarking where I was up to. It's really just got to the point where they agreed that they would go on this mission one last time. And we will see if I actually get back to it. But like I said, I wanted to support an indie bookstore. It did sound like a book I read. In fact, Ash was with me and I said to him, if I buy this book, it's technically a book for both of us because I think he would read it. Which all in all justified my purchasing. By the time I edit this, it's probably only going to be 5 minutes. So thank you for hanging out with me while you were making your coffee or something like that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.